Okay, word problem. An explosion is heard by two stations 1,200 meter apart, located at focus 1, negative 600, 0, and focus 2, 600, 0. So if the explosions was heard in focus 1 2 seconds before it was heard in f sub 2 or focus 2, identify the possible locations of the explosion. Use 340 meter per second as the speed of sound. So from the focused 1 to focus 2, this is 1,200 kilometer. Yan ka layon ay meter. Okay, so we set our center at the origin. That's why the focus 1 is at negative 600, 0, while the focus 2 is at 600, 0. So according sa to ang given here, the explosion was heard una ang focus 1 before ang focus 2. That's 2 seconds ahead. So anywhere here at the left side, left branch, mas dool sa left branch ang focused 1. So una nakadug ang focused 1, so somewhere any points on this branch of hyperbola ang location of our explosion. Okay, mas layo siya sa focus 2 by 2 seconds. So it is given here ang time, which is 2 seconds, and then ang iyahang speed or rate, that's 340 meter per second, the speed of sound. Now, if we are going to again, ang iyang location, negative 600 and 600, we know this is horizontal, and the center is at the origin. So we will just subtract the value of the x coordinates of the center and the foci to determine the value of c. So we can use negative 600 minus 0. That's negative 600. So absolute value of negative 600 is 600. So 600 kilometer, or you can use 600 minus 0, which is 600 ang result. So if you remember, the speed na given here is 340 and the time is 2 seconds. To identify what unsa ang yang distance, we use the distance formula. So if you remember in your science, in sa inyong junior high school, distance is equal to speed times time. So the speed is given, which is 340 meter per second, and the time was given, which is 2 seconds. So from the point here or anywhere here, 2 seconds delay ay na-receive or nadunggan sa focus 2 ang explosion. So 340 meter per second times 2 seconds. So makancel ang second na unit, leaving 340 meter times 2. 340 times 2 is 680. And then meter. Kani siya nga distance, this is the difference of the ship's not the ship. The difference of the distance from the two stations. Ba stations pa ni? Let's check. Yeah, stations. 2 stations or the foci. So muna siya ang difference of the distance. So according sa to ang definition of the hyperbola, the point in the hyperbola to f sub 1 minus p to f sub 2 is equal to 2a. So muna siya ang distance. Muna siya ang 2a, 680 meters, not kilometers. Tagan pa sa error diri. So 2a is equal to 680 meters. So divide both sides by 2, so 340 meters. We have the A and we have the C. This is supposed to be meters, not kilometers. So B is equal to square root of 600 squared. Muna siya ang ato ang C minus A, 340 squared. 600 times 600 is 360,000 minus 340 squared is 115,000. 600. So, subtract lang nato ang mabilin, square root of 244,400. That's the value of our B. So, ang ipangayo, ang standard equation, since our hyperbola is horizontal, we will use this. X squared over A squared minus Y squared over B squared is equal to 1. So, X squared over A, which is 340. So, 340 squared minus Y squared over ang atong B is square root of 244,400 squared is equal to 1. 340 times 340 is 360,000. And then, square root of 244,400 squared, matanggal ang radical sign and the square, mabilin 244,400 is equal to 1. Take note, this is at the left of branch. Diri ang explosion. Since mas una man nakadungog ang focus 1 kaysa focus 2. That's at the left side of our hyperbola. Anywhere in this point. So, not necessarily kanina black diri. Anywhere in this kaninga line here or curve, ang explosion sa tong ano ito ba? It's na explosion. So, thank you for listening, class. God bless.